Hey everyone, Shannon here, your broker with the home guys at Solid Rock Realty. Let me fill you in with the Ottawa real estate market update. And this month, the story is pretty straightforward. The market is still balanced, but it's starting to soften as supply continues to build. Now, November came in slower than October and even slower than November of last year. Early winter weather plus a cautious economy pulled activity back a bit. Sales dropped from 1177 in October to 880 in November, and that's about 18% below last year. Now, even though active listings dipped slightly month to month, months of inventory rose again, up to 4.2. That's the highest we've seen heading into winter in several years. And it's signaling a tilt towards a higher supply, and the seasonal slowdown was more pronounced than usual. But here's the upside. With the recent rate cuts, there's actually optimism that buyers will re-engage sooner rather than later. Now, winter is usually quiet, but this year could have more early movement, setting up for a steadier 2026 and a much stronger spring. Now, here's a quick snapshot of what November looked like in Ottawa. Total sales, 880. 18% lower than November of 2024. Year to date, sales are still up 1.5% over last year. The average price in Ottawa was $680,496, up just over 2% year over year. Now, year to date, the average price almost $700,000, which is up 3%. Now, where's the most price stability? Well, that's coming from single family homes. Single family average in November was 825, 827. That's up 4.8% year over year and up 4% year to date. Supply is the story right now. Active listings in Ottawa, 3721. Months of inventory, 4.2%, up 3.6 from November of last year. Townhomes took a hit, averaging about 542,600 and turning both from October and from last year's pace. Now, apartments are facing the biggest pressure. Condo months of inventory jumped to 7.3%, and sales fell more than a third year over year. Now, prices haven't collapsed, but the softening is real. And this is where Ottawa needs to pay attention to Toronto. Toronto's swimming in a condo inventory right now, one of the biggest buildups they've ever had. Now, Ottawa isn't there, not even close, but our apartment inventory is rising. And if listings keep outpacing sales, there's going to be pricing pressure this winter. Now, let's dip into the condo pipeline. Nearly 70% of all new home starts this year are rental and condo projects. That's a massive multi-unit pipeline coming down the road. Now, it won't impact pricing immediately, but it's absolutely something we need to watch. Toronto's condo challenges didn't show up overnight. They built over several years as resale listings piled up along new completions. Ottawa's early in that cycle, but the trend line matters. Now, the big picture, residential activity. In 2025, sales to date, 13,075. Year over year, sales increased 1.5%. November's average sale price of $680,496 was up 2.2% from 2024, and the year-to-date average price of $699,635 is up 3%. Value in homes sold in November, $599 million, down 16.5% year over year. Now, year-to-date, the value over $9 billion, up 4.6%. New listings in November, 1,458. Active listings are, again, 3721. And yes, a 4% price drop from October to November is notable. We normally see a decline, but not that big. Now, active listings are trending higher than any of the past 5 years. This isn't just the usual fall buildup. This is a structural supply showing up in the data. This brings us months of inventory by property type. Now, single family home, 4 months. Townhomes, 3.1 months. Again, apartments, 7.3. So again, a balanced market overall, but each segment is behaving very differently. So my final takeaway from November, in short, Ottawa's market is balanced but softening. Buyers have more choice, sellers need sharper pricing strategies, and those recent rate cuts might just bring momentum back earlier than usual. Now, if you want to break down what this means for your specific home, single family, a condo, or a townhouse, or if you're planning to move in 2026, reach out anytime. Other than that, though, guys, have yourself a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you later. Cheers.